Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. So all eyes on HA9, this famous stadium, still very much the venue historically for football globally. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Now it's Paulinho. Edmilson. And the counter is on. Felipe Anderson.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Short changes him with that pass. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Edmilson. That's Rijkaard. That is a brilliant interception.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's looking wide. Oh, good read.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Away from immediate danger. Over to the other side. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Paulinho.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Good spot, he's seen the run. Now this could be... There's the hit! Yes, he's done it! Save the best for last!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. No way through. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source. Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Cafu. Nice sequence of passes this. And it's Rijkaard. Driving forward. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Plays a sharp little ball here. It's Felipe Anderson! They want to be quick to recover this. And he cuts out the supply. De Bruyne. Cafu. Pinches it off him. And he's on his way! Paulinho, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Bale. And here's Van Basten. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Now it's Paulinho.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Rijkaard. Oh, super! And the finish! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Shifted upfield. Now it's Felipe Anderson. And the first half is done. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
So off we go once more.
Number 9. Van Basten.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
On the field. Number 20.
That pass isn't the best.
Number 14. David Villa.
It's lofted through here. That's good vision.
Number 23.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And that interception was most necessary. And it's Azar. Azar! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that has been knocked clear. And they win it back again. And that's definitely not his best. Felipe Anderson. Felipe Anderson looking to penetrate opposition lines. Steaming on. Great chance! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Oh, good spread. Paulinho. And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
The attendance
It's a good ball out wide.
96,847.
Paulinho. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Passing is crisp and sharp. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Engages and forces him off the ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Neymar. Spread it left. And it's Beckham. Beckham. Nicely spread. And it's Bale. He's had it taken off him. Cafu. Cafu plays it in. And here's Neymar. Oh, they can break here. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Neymar. Bale. Bale in acres of space out wide. Whistle's gone, that's foul. There's obvious upset over that challenge. You can see the players face to face. Let's hope this doesn't escalate. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area.
Number 5, Edmilson. Coming on the field is number 16, Conte. Substitutions taking place.
No, that's been intercepted. Hazard. Hazard. Can he finish? He scored! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
After 82 minutes is number 20.
So is this the start of a comeback? And he's intervened well there. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Neymar. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Tries a shot! Goal!
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
And that is a little undercooked. He's looking to... And the shot! I think we're just about done here.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
That has been slung wide. Hazard. That pass has been well intercepted. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade. Oh, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Oh, good read. So, what can they make of this? And here's Azar.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Felipe Anderson. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Neither side especially adventurous early on. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Paulinho. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Bout of passing here, really. Can he finish? Right card is there, and he can get that clear. Azar looking to penetrate opposition. Del Piero gets... He's had a hit! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Azar gets a good foot in there. Azar really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And here's Van Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Paulinho. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy is fouled. Hit the post. Decent enough try.
Oh, that's just unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate.
Deftly done. And there's... Has a goal! Goal!
Well, when the game's played like that, it's made to look very simple. You know, I love watching football like this. Easy, effective, 1-2 and bang. Thanks very much.
So we have our breakthrough.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Rijkaard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He won't be happy with that one. Azar. And it's Lampard. Lampard purring through the gears.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Felipe Anderson. Felipe Anderson has got himself a free kick.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Skriniar. And it's half-time here. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Leading 1-0 at the break. That gets things going for the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And it's Van Nistelrooy. And here's Del Piero. Del Piero is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rijkaard gets a foot in here. He's gone direct here. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Fiddles it through. And here's Van Nistelrooy. No way through there. And that is a little undercooked. Great ball. And Del Piero! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Del Piero actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Del Piero goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival.
Rijkaard really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well seen, saw that coming. Rijkaard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Paulinho has found the net here, of course. He's looking to set free a runner. Neatly clipped into space.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Felipe Anderson. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And tries a shot!
Substituição no time do Palmeiras. Camisa 11, camisa 41, camisa 9. Deixando o campo.
Oh, that's neat.
De
That's been intercepted.
Camisa 27, camisa 14, camisa 20. Substituição.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Nicely weighted ball. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And here's Azar. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Referee has just said play on.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Guardiola. And that interception was most necessary. Oh, that's a key interception. Guardiola. Now it's Felipe Anderson.
Such good technique.
And he's intervened well there. Gabriel Jesus. That has been cut short. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Batistuta. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Forward it goes. Looking for the run. Now, and it's Del Piero. And that's caused a worry or two.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras.
All hands on deck for this one. They've played it short.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 18.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
Teremos minuto de
Whistle's
acréscimo.
gone, that's foul. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. As you can see, there's been a terrific atmosphere here. There is great expectation, excitement, and it has built nicely in these idyllic conditions. Conditions which are certainly playing their part in creating a glorious ambience. It's quite a struggle to get in here, points of access hard to come by, and an awful lot of people gathering to get through the gates, but regardless of that, there's a great feel here and much excitement for the game ahead. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Inzaghi! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Listen, I'm not sure he had to go at that first time, but at least he showed some good confidence.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. He's been picked out. Shifted upfield. That's been cut out, well played. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Oh, that's a nice ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Driving forward. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Defence has got rid of that. Schneider producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Oh, that's well spotted. Aim forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Good spot. There's the hit! There it is!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Delicate ball, and it needs to be. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Belgium clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Maldini with a fine tackle. Felipe Anderson, that looks a decent ball. Rijkaard with the clearance. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Can he spark a counter here? Eto'o. Felipe Anderson. Not the most accurate pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Looks to go up and over. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. The message is clear, none shall pass. Schneider.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Weverton sends that a long way. And it's Nedved. It's real chance! He has done it! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Aos 38 minutos do primeiro tempo pelo jogador, camisa 18.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Felipe Anderson. Paulinho. He's a sharp little ball here. Baresi clears it away. Felipe Anderson. It's a good spell of possession, this. Now there's a... He's had a hit! Pass just lacking in accuracy. And now the breakaway. Felipe Anderson.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Interesting ball. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. So we're just settling back into this second half. Felipe Anderson, foot in, thinks one through, that's beautifully weighted. Cleared without hesitation. He's through here. Oh, that's fabulous. And the finish! They've scored! And that was his 20th goal for this team.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Felipe Anderson.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's looking to set free a runner. And he was quick to react. Rijkaard. Belgium appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Baresi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. No, that was never going to make it. Felipe Anderson.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Felipe Anderson. Chip through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's the man who reached the 20 mark earlier. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Aims beyond the defence. Opts for safety. That's headed upfield. And he's intervened well there. And it's Inzaghi. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Pirlo. Thuram, gently done. Now it's Schneider. Up to meet it! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
substituição no time do Palmeiras.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Camisa 11. Deixando o campo para a entrada de...
He's had it taken off him. Looking for options for movement. Floats it through.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Felipe Anderson. Felipe Anderson. Passing it. And the shot! He scores! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And there goes the final whistle.
Well, it's certainly something that happens very rarely in the game, but I guess there's no complaints from the winner's viewpoint.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, that's a key interception. Felipe Anderson. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, it's a promising build-up. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Paulinho. Passing is crisp and sharp. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Haaland. Stood up well to him there. No goals as yet, but it has been pretty lively. Felipe Anderson. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well seen, saw that coming. That pass has been well intercepted.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Aim forwards. No, that's been intercepted. So what can they make of this? And it's Rooney. And here's Inzaghi. And it's been taken straight back. Felipe Anderson. Looking for the run. Shevchenko. Keeper's ball. And here's the chance to counter. That looks a good ball through. Oh, some tackle that. He's fizzed it forward. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. Paulinho. Felipe Anderson. Rooney. Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in. And he's managed to get free. That's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Alexander-Arnold. He's gone direct. Oh, crossbar! Decent enough try.
Well, I can tell you that the aluminium is still shaking after that. And we're talking fractions. That was a great try.
And that interception was most necessary. Very nearly half an hour gone here. That's been cut out, well played. Haaland. Right, Shevchenko.
Might want to be careful there.
That's surely a foul. Free kick. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card and he walks. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? About that! And that's got to be it! That has got to be it! That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Oh, good read. And the counter is on. Well, played right into his path. Corner then. And we have our very first corner. Felipe Anderson with the short one. Felipe Anderson. And now a sudden chance to counter.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Corinthians do have a chance to counter here. Interesting ball. This game his 100th for the team. He's looking wide. In with the challenge. Goes down, but nothing given.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Haaland. And that's been intercepted. Paulinho. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Some resolute defending there. And here's Inzaghi. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. And we are already promptly back underway.
I think they've got a...
Haaland!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ah, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Oh, that is a good ball. Can he finish? It's a goal! The second half sparked straight into life. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well,
Real chance! And the shot's on here. Big chance! And he has kicked it out somehow.
it's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Have their second corner now. Felipe Anderson goes short. Now it's Paulinho! Well, there's the clearance. There's the shot! Played up towards the front line. Costa Curta. And it's Rooney. Paulinho. That has been cut short. Well, they've broken out here, and this could be the moment. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, such a clever touch. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Haaland. Now that looks a decent ball. Pass is just off target. Costa Curta. Up and the break is on. And they can counter here. Now it's Felipe Anderson looking for the runner. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Chance! Yes, it's in! And the comeback is complete.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this. That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And it's Felipe Anderson. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And he's straight offside.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Well seen, saw that coming. Shevchenko, Park Ji-sung in a towering header! Another chance! And the pass is intercepted.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and he's on his way! Goalkeeper's ball. Haaland. That looks a good ball through. Oh, look at the space here. Goes in for the header! Oh, it's in! Great header, made it look easy.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So, all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Bullet gets his pass away. That's a nicely measured pass. He's through now. Great hit! Yes, he's done it! Late in the day, this could well be it!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this... Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. As you can see, there's been a terrific atmosphere here. There is great expectation, excitement, and it has built nicely in these idyllic conditions. Conditions which are certainly playing their part in creating a glorious ambience. It's quite a struggle to get in here, points of access hard to come by, and an awful lot of people gathering to get through the gates, but regardless of that, there's a great feel here and much excitement for the game ahead. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. He was under real pressure there. Jordan Henderson. Now that looks a decent ball. There's the cross. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Gently done. Well timed, excellent interception. Ibrahimovic looks to get on the end of this. Felipe Anderson. Well read, nice interception. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Gabriel Jesus! And he's done it!
Barcelona really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Barcelona trail at this early stage. How will they respond? Howson. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Van Basten.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Stojkovic. And it's Ibrahimovic. That is an excellent defensive intervention from the front man.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. And the shot! And yes, it's there! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So that's two now without... It's Van Basten! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Van Basten really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And the keeper beats it away. Stojkovic. It's a pretty loose pass. Cleared away. Throw in. It's a throw in. Somewhat off target. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Looking for the runner. Big chance! Oh, yes! It's there!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
A case now of complete control.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Foot in. Ibrahimovic! Oh, what about that?
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Barcelona give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is... And the shots! They are rampant! And he is just ripping it up!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Big header! You got the hard part right, but the rest wrong. Stojkovic.
Look, it's a run defence dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Great hit! And that is wildly off target. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's clear cut, it's a free kick. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Has a go! Felipe Anderson gets flagged offside. He's had it nicked away. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That has been cut short. And now the breakaway. Busquets. And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, I would think this one is possibly over as a contest. They know they've already reached cruise control, and it's a case of the right game management to take it from here.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras. Camisa 10.
So off we go once more.
Felipe Anderson vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 18.
Gabriel Jesus. It's a sweet ball, that. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its job.
Goes in for the header! They've scored!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? He can run onto that.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Pinches it off him. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Cafu. Stojkovic.
Yeah, that's top defending in preventing him.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Howson. Barcelona finding their passes. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Passing is crisp and sharp. Kukçu. Raul. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that interception was most necessary. No way through. Jordan Henderson. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And no, that was never going to make it. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, super ball. He's found a way through. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. And they are pulling clear here.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So now the difference is 3. There's a sharp little ball here. And it's Ibrahimovic. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And that's put paid to a promising move. Looking for the run. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And we're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, played right into his path. He's found some space.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Cafu. Away from immediate danger. Oh, they can break here. Stojkovic. This is promising. He's got the shot away! It's a goal! They're back within reach! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So is this the start of a comeback?
This is the time you need that pace.
Gabriel Jesus! It's Gabriel Jesus! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He is just caressing the ball. Ibrahimovic. Oh, it's come loose. And Stojkovic. And it's Henderson. Barcelona disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. He's looking to set free a runner.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Barcelona, corner number 2 then.
Foram indicados 2 minutos
Punched
de
away.
acréscimo.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Aims beyond the defence. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job.